Okay, looks like I'm recording again. At least I hope I am. And so let me start over. Hey, this is Big Al, and this is Sunday, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon here in Atlanta, Georgia, on November the 13th. And this is actually going to be my trading plan for next week. So it'll be, so I'm going to set up trading for Monday the 14th and for the whole week. What we're looking at right now is a daily chart. And what happened in here is that when we come back and look in here, this was actually back on 8-4. And when we look back here, we can see that we have created an area in here. And I'm just going to go ahead and make that a really big, thick red line. Always use red to show resistance. And always use green to show support. And in here, and then literally, let's wait for that to come out. Then literally on October the 21st, it actually broke through this period. So we started this basically about right in here after this drop here. So once we got to here, basically back in back in September, as it created a resistance area, we found more resistance here. And it was a lower high, so we expected it to go back lower, and then finally it came back up, make a little punch at it, and then finally went through. And at this point, this was a buy signal for me for the Emini Dow. It also was a buy signal for the actual ETFs, for like the diamonds, the spiders, and of course the triple, the 4Q. So here is, once this market came up through here and punched up through here, we expected it to come back. This was a wonderful area to get back into the market. And we can see that here on this day was a larger amount of volume on a down day, indicating that we should have a reversal, and we did for the next 2 days. And then when we came back, there was a huge reversal, and of course a lot of this in this time frame from right here for these few days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, in this 10 to 15 day period, has a lot to do with what was going over both in Italy and Greece and in Europe, and how they're going to finance that mess over there. So we're looking at the market again. We had a increased volume on a down day, and it actually turned around and showed that it created a reversal. So now on this, we're going to look again, and I'm going to place another red bar, and I'm going to use the dotted, and this is going to be an area right in here where we're going to look for a breakout. Now I'm going to go ahead and change this bar. Since it broke out from red and now it's turned into support, I'm just going to go ahead and make it support. So we can see this is a really nice big range of from 11,600 roughly to 12,12. So we're looking at roughly right at 600 points. We should see an up move through here, and we're going to wait and see how this actually plays for us to determine where we're going to go from there. But right now we know that we've taken this period. Let's come back in here. So we have October, September, and August, and it's broken that 2.5 month period of going sideways, and then now we're coming into higher. We are not at the highs yet through here, and I'm going to actually reduce this down a little bit, and we'll come back. We can come back to the very first part of the year. What it's not showing is on this particular contract, and then I've also got to be in rollover week, so everything's going to be rolling over here. So bear with me, and actually I could do that, but I'm not going to do it at the moment. So we've got the all-time high for this year coming in here, which will be for the high of 12,675. And I'm actually going to put that as a big giant bar. Yep. And then in this same period, we have the low. It's right in here. at 10,328. Now you'll get used to how the way I trade, and particularly when I draw my 10-day bars. It's not super important that that price trade back exactly at this level, but if it, at the price, but if it does come down into the level, gets close or within a range, and then we start getting indications. In this particular case, this was a great indication on this bar here. This was a great hammer that indicated that the market is going higher. And if you would have let it trade down a little bit during that time, you could have got in at a better price, or you simply could have bought at the high of the previous day, and then it actually went up all the way through here. But mostly what I'm doing is day trading, and so I want to try to see if I can help you improve your skills at day trading. So next, let's look at, I trade off the Emini on the 512 tick bars, and we can see here's what Friday's market looked like when I get through. I had a good day on Friday, but I wasn't in the market for a while. I got in here, took some profit, and got in here and took profit, and got in one more time and took profit, and I was gone by 11 o'clock that day. Then the market just kept going sideways and actually just kind of lost a little steam, but I don't think it lost too much. So what we're going to do next is, what I do is I also draw. This is going to be a red line. That's going to be the high that was on Friday, and then we're going to draw a green as support for the low on Friday. We're going to go through here and look and see where our different areas of support has been. So we have one little area in here where we found support, and I'm going to make that again a green bar. We do green bars, and so when we do support on green bars, I make them a slotted bar, but I'm also going to make them a smaller bar. So when you see a smaller bar, that usually is the same day or the next or the previous day's bar resistance, or support bar. If you see it as a bar that's much larger, then it generally indicates that it's from previous, might be even within the past 10 days. Here we have another area here. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. And we've got another wave. So we can see these areas, and if I go back and edit them properly, and we can come up one more. If we get up in here, we could probably find right through here. Let's take this area right here. I like to go back and get as much space as it looks like it would be best. You will find that drawing resistance and support lines is as every much an art as it is a science. And the reason I drew this one here is that you can see it found support here, and then as the market traded, you can see now that it found resistance. And so as it went out on the close on Friday, it ended right on that line, and that line could be a very important line, and we'll see what happens when the overnight session opens up later this evening. So now we have this. So here's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, and Tuesday, and now we're going to go back. We're going to go to 10-day period. So now we have 10 full days. Here's the low in the market in that 10-day period. Now for that 10-day period, I'm going to make a really large bar. I want to see what's happened in the last 10 days. See if there's a bigger range than what seems to be apparent. we have here, and then here is actually at 12,144, and I'll make that red, of course, to indicate resistance. I've already drawn my daily line to bars, and now what I want to come through here, you can see that there is, from previously, you can see that there is an area, and this is that big area that actually came through on the chart that showed support. It initially was resistance. I changed it to support, and you can see how the market traded up in this particular area and then came back. We have another area right in through here, and I'm going to highlight, I'm going to bring that a little tighter so we can get a little better idea. And I'm going to put that as support. And I'm going to make it just a little. And then all I'm going to do is take my cursor bottom of this Thinkorswim program, and I'm just going to drag it across and see if there's other areas. And if you look at it, the other areas, and particularly on this, it's on Thursday, you can see that the market came down here on Wednesday, bounced off of it, came back lower, came up through, and then hovered, and it actually had a very tight range of trading in here. It broke through, came back up, and then came back down and found support again. And then the support was getting higher and higher off this bar, which gave us a great indication, and during the overnight session, that we should have an up day today. Plus the news in Europe, particularly Italy and Greece, was favorable. So traders, obviously the big paper wanted to take the market higher, and that's exactly what they did. So I'm just going to come back in here and look again, see if there's anything else I want to discuss. Nope, I think that's about it for now. We took, like I say again, we've got our high of Friday, which actually equals our 10-day high. So we're going to look at this as resistance on Monday. The ideal thing would be here is just to go up, show resistance, and give us a very good signal in which to trade off that and watch for the market to turn around. If the market actually collapses and goes lower during the overnight session, we'll be looking for an area for down here when it gets down in here between yesterday's lows and these different support areas from Friday, to see where the best place to actually buy the market as it goes back up into the highs. And I will be looking to sell if I get in here at a low point. If the low happens between the open and, let's say, 12 or 12:30, I'll be looking to be able to get out up in here in this range at the previous high, both of the 10-day period and on Friday. So I'm going to make another video. This one's getting kind of long, and I'm working and learning and trying to get my learning curve on this, recording this and getting better and better at this. So be patient with me, and I'll have some more stuff up in just a little while. So remember, this is Big Al, and this is how I trade. Hey, thanks. Bye-bye.